Good afternoon. This is Jason McDonald coming to you from Riggs Cat, and I'm excited about introducing a new video blog series that we're going to be bringing to all of our customers, our employees, our teammates, our partners. That'll be available out there on our riggscat.com website. And we're excited about this because we're going to have the opportunity to bring information to you on a consistent and constant basis about machine walk-around features and benefits. You know, Mike Kingery is going to be bringing us Mondays with Mike, where he gives us information on the latest, greatest technology, operator tips, things that can help our machines operate better and hopefully our customers' businesses run better. We're going to do technical tips to where when we find things that are repair items or service and maintenance items that our customers can use to make their machines more reliable, we'll be going over that. Customer and employee spotlights, to where we can show you the awesome things that our customers and our employees do on a regular basis that make our industry so amazing. Speaking of our industry, what's going on in our industry? What's happening with the construction industry, whether it be building construction or highway construction or our power systems divisions? What's going on in the industries that we serve? And then last but not least, some best practices. You know, when we have new financial tools for acquiring equipment or acquiring parts and service, we want to talk about that and share that with you, our viewing audience, as we go through this vlog series. So there couldn't be a better way to kick this off than to celebrate one of our long-term best employees that we have at Riggs Cat, and that's Larry Wiley. Larry, welcome to the Riggs vlog
That's
series.
That's a big statement. That's a big statement.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you need to bring that down just a little bit.
So Larry's modest, but I'm not going to be modest for him. Let me tell you a little bit about Larry Wiley. Larry Wiley has worked for Riggs Cat for 47 years. Now, unfortunately, he's decided to retire, and we're not very happy about that, but I guess he's kind of deserved to get to go home to Monty and the grandkids and celebrate life in retirement. He has definitely paid his dues in Riggs and in Arkansas to get the chance to do that. But Larry, in his 47 years, he started from the ground up, and he has become the model product support sales rep that we have at Riggs. If we had a dictionary for what a product support sales rep should look like, it would be Larry Wiley. Larry brings his expertise from all of those years to serve our customers and to serve our fellow teammates at Riggs Cat, and there's not a better way to kick this series off than to do it by celebrating Larry, celebrate the accomplishments that he's made, and celebrate the fact that he's really very well suited to go into a retirement that he can enjoy. So we're just going to go through a little bit of a question and answer session here with Larry, let him give us some of his wisdom, pass some of that on to the next generation, and go from there. So Larry, year in, year out, you're one of the top PSSRs, if not the top PSSR every year. You do the things that we've asked you to do, and you've taken them to another level. And so understanding that that's where we want our PSSR team to be, and what you do is the model. How did you get there? I mean, you've been here 47 years. How did you land at that spot? Can you give me some of that background?
Well, you know, I'm going to have to say, back from starting before we had computers, back starting before we had when I started, we had 4 excavators. That was it. And you think about all the excavator series that we have now, and a handful of dozers, a few track loaders, and here again, the time frame that I started in, Riggs Tractor Company was more of a, was built around kind of a military aspect. You know, we didn't have beards. You didn't have hair down over your ears. You better not come to work without a belt. or you get sent home to dress appropriately, but our customer base was that way too. When you stood in front of an owner, they looked at you, and if you didn't meet up or size up to what they wanted you to do, you were in trouble. You had to you had the black mark against you. He's a hippie, or he ain't gonna be worth a dime the rest of his life.
What year was that, Larry?
Oh, that was back in the early '70s. Till some of those older guys phased out. I think back and look at that, and it wasn't only them; it was us as employees and us as supervisors back then. I grew up with a lot of good mentors. That was the way most of them came out of the military, had some kind of military background, and accountability was a big issue. There was no reason when you come to work each and every day, you knew what your job was and how to do it. You were trained to that position, and then when you went to the next one, you were trained before they turned you loose. And I look at that and I say, that's black and white. And it is, and I'm kind of a black and white guy. I don't like gray areas, but that's the way we were trained. But on the other hand, we were trained that way kind of like robots. And the accountability was there. When you done something, you signed your name to the paper, and there was no doubt who done it. And if you screwed up, they come see you, But we kind of got back in those days in that situation where that's the way we've always done it. And not always is that right. Mm-hmm. And I kind of took that away as we progressed and the years have progressed in my lifetime here at Riggs, is the fact that, I've understood that. I like that part of being the accountability part of it, as far as being an employee at Riggs and who I answer to. But also I took away that, there's another way to do it, and maybe a better way now.
Yeah.
And I like that part of it too, which we didn't get a whole lot. So it took a long time to come over that hump. And I remember the days when wasn't able to grow a beard till John Riggs took over.
Well, I got to ask you. So what you said there, it really makes me curious, because I've known you for over 20 years, and you've always been pretty clean cut. Were you a hippie?
When I was in high school, I had long hair, and then I look back at some of them pictures and I said, whoa, I should have cleaned up a whole lot better. No wonder I didn't get them girls I really thought I ought to.
So Larry, you went from the warehouse to the parts counter in Fort Smith, at our Fort Smith location, and you went from there to becoming the used parts manager, to where you managed a pretty significant piece of our business, then over into parts management. And all of those roles you were successful in, no doubt about that. But then when you went out into the field and you became a PSSR, and you started serving our customers on their turf, on their job sites, that's when things just really opened up. From my perspective, from our company's perspective, that's when things opened up for you. And that was your wheelhouse. I mean, that was just where you excelled. So from your perspective, maybe from what you think the customer perspectives were, why was that so easy for you? What made sense from your background? What did you take and translate into that new role that you just were instantly successful with?
Well, I'm going to have to say, relationships is a big part of it. Accountability is a big part of it. When you go to a customer and I try to develop a relationship, a friend relationship, not just the fact that I'm there. I carry a cell phone with me, and I keep it on 24 hours a day. They call me anywhere from 5:30 in the morning sometimes till 10 o'clock at night. I answer that phone. One reason is because, I work on commission. I don't want to lose those deals. The other thing is that we've developed a relationship, and that helps that customer. He can call me and say, I know Larry's going to answer the phone. If I can't get through anywhere else, I can get to Larry. He'll take care of me. And so that's the kind of things that I've tried to come to the table with, and it's worked out. You know, and here again, that works for big customers, corporate customers. That works for your guy that's got one machine or maybe two machines. And I've always looked at that. You know, one of these days, when I talk about a guy that has one machine, we develop a relationship and we take care of him just like he's a corporate customer. We meet his needs. He's not going to spend a whole lot of money with me, but one of these days he is. One of these days he's going to buy another machine and maybe another machine. And you know, I'm fortunate enough that I can see that growth and I can help him. I mean, we got so much stuff out there today. There's no reason to lose a deal. There's no reason not to develop a customer, because with the financial help we've got with you guys, you know, you've told me, don't lose a deal. Don't lose a deal. Go at them. And there's just so much stuff out there that selling's easy. Selling's easy. It's putting all that other stuff together. But here again, it's fun to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like playing a game. You know, there's a lot of pawns and a lot of queens and kings to move around. And but you know, I look back and think about our competition, and we've got competition on every street, but we can eliminate the competition because we got stuff that they can't do. You know, so that's where I come in. Most companies don't have PSSRs, or people that, you know, they're there for the sale. There's more to it than just a sale. You develop those relationships, and then you overcome things like money situations. So that's what's flown for me. And not every deal have I got, but you know, when I leave here, I think about all the relationships, customer-wise, and you know, you got to have a team. You know, it's not me. It's everybody from the service department to the parts department, and I'm involved in all of that. When they can't get what they want, they call me and they say, "Hey, I need some help. Sit down, see if you can help me." It might be the fact that they I'm mixed up sometimes in the sales side as well, and the rental side as well. So it's a team effort, and we're all here trying to work as a team. And as I see this store growing, I see it becoming more and more of a team. People know the roles. We're all looking at the one thing, and that's be as excellent as we can be. And I'm excited. I really hate to retire, but I'm excited because, man, it's busting at the seams up here.
Yeah.
And they started talking about, when I moved up here, there wasn't any road work going on, and the infrastructure was bad. And now people are moving in, and actually big customers are moving in here, building stores and shops, and so we got to get on board. That's what it is.
Well, there's no doubt that you're leaving this team, you're leaving this territory better than you found it. You've done that through serving those teammates in the parts and service and sales and rental departments of our company, and it's really cool to sit here and watch you light up when you talk about the opportunities that you've had to solve issues for customers, solve problems for customers, to answer that phone call at 5 in the morning or 10 at night. When, you know, I can see the pride in that, because at the end of the day, you solve their problems, you reduce their risk. And when you can do that, those relationships come with that.
I agree.
And those relationships and that respect that you earn from those customers is going to be with you for well past retirement. There's no doubt that we're going to have a heck of a mark from Larry Wiley.
You know, I got to say this. I got tickled. I took Jeff, which is my replacement, up to Springfield, Missouri, to meet a customer. That's where their home base is, and I introduced him, and we went to lunch, and he looked at me and he said, "Is this guy going to be able to give me the deals that you give me?" And I said, "Yes, he is. Yes, he is." All right, we're good deal.
We're good to go. Well, good deal. Well, man, Larry, that is just amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a outstanding career. You've accomplished so much. You blazed a trail. You were very, as I said at the beginning, you were very influential and integral part in making the product support role what we need it to be, what our customers need it to be, what our entire team at Riggs needs the PSSR to be. You've been in the middle of making that happen. So congratulations on that. For that, we are extremely thankful. Our company, your friends here are so thankful to have had your impact on us, because that's what it's been. It's been an impact. So, as amazing as that is, you're here in the twilight. So it's right here. It's right here at the end of that awesome career. What are you gonna do, Larry? You work your tail off. How are you gonna stay occupied in retirement? So I'm worried about that.
Well, that's been a tough decision. I rolled it around, but I like what I do. But I'm getting to the point where I struggle with that. Everybody does my age, but I struggle with technology. It's coming so fast. Even though I know what to do with a cell phone and a computer and an iPad, it's coming so fast that I'm kind of looking back and saying, man, what's it going to be like in 10 years from now?
Yeah.
I'm actually getting off the radar. I might be under the, I might be under the gun here because, anyway, I might not know what's going on here in another month, or be so far behind I can't turn on my computer or whatever. But it's interesting, that's from starting out with back in 1974 without any technology, and where it's came today and how rapid it's coming. I didn't grow up. In fact, I got one of the first computers when Riggs had a computer. When I started, we had most people don't know what a teletype machine is. But we had that where you dial a number and mashed and the ticker tape run out and we entered parts and everything was done manually, and how much time the computer generation has saved. And then all the kids that I see coming up and working to now, they were born with a computer. And so that's been a challenge for me. Staying abreast of really, the technology, and even though I like it and I like change, it's just, there's so many things out there. I got tickled. I walked out here the other day and all the guys were sitting around at lunch and they all had their cell phones. And they wasn't carrying on the conversation, but you hear one of them laugh over here, and then you hear this guy laugh over here, and then come find out they were texting each other, And I'm like, gosh, I worry about that sometimes because I think about where our new generation is going to be, how they're going to develop those relationships. They're not used to talking to people, And then they said something to me about, are you on TikTok? And I said, the only TikTok I know is the clock, and it's going pretty fast. But anyway, I laugh about that, and so I went home the other night and told my wife. I said, them guys making fun of me. Them kids making fun of me about TikTok. She said, let me have your phone. I can fix it.
So now Larry's on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok. And for the first time, I sat down with my personal phone last night and watched some of those videos on TikTok and laughed. I enjoyed it. So
well, good.
Anyway,
well, maybe you can post some of your own videos on TikTok from your mules and pulling plows and all that. And for everybody's information, Larry is he is an avid kind of, I guess, nostalgic farming techniques, Western. And those things, you get a lot of enjoyment out of that. I know that you're going to have time to focus on that.
I say that, but I've got a couple of big Belgians, and I tried to shoot one of them last night myself, and their feet's about that big around, and me and my wife, and finally she said, I had some bread sitting in there on the table and I need to put in the oven. It's probably ruined now. And I was like,
well, you might better meet a good carrier. Right?
Yeah, I got you there. But,
good deal.
But anyway, I don't know what's around the next corner. I really don't, and that's what's kind of, scary, I guess, for me, because I I'm embedded with rigs, and it's always been get out there and hustle, sell, be all you can be. And you know, for the first time here, I took a vacation last week, and you know, I backed up on some projects and said, you know what, I don't have to finish this today, so I can move on. So that's a little bit different for me. It's hard for me to, because I'm bad about, I need to see the end of the results, and sometimes I take a lot of shortcuts when I shouldn't. So you know, one of them legs on that cabinet might be just a little bit shorter than another.
Well, if Monty, your wife, needs any help in pushing you and motivating you, I know that there's a few round rigs that can help her out. So just tell her, don't hesitate to call us.
She's got a list. I got a list. My church has got a list. So I've got some things to keep me busy for a while.
Good. So, well, Larry, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you for your 47 years of service at Riggs. And when we say service, we mean serving our customers and our company and all the people that are in it. Thank you for your impact, and we're internally indebted to you for the things that you've done here. And so always be welcome to come back, pick up the phone, give us a call. If you get too bored, let us know that too. We can probably find something for you to do.
I understand. I understand. But right. You know, here again, I appreciate that. Before we close here, it ain't me. It's a team effort. You know, all the way from you guys to Julie to these guys in the shop. You know, we've kind of instilled that in each other. Is the fact that we send something out of here as a product and we repaired it. We don't want to see it come back. You know, we don't want to have those makeovers, rollovers, and things like that. We want to leave a good impression, and so, you know, it's easy for me when you got a good team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Larry, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.